Many men want to be seen as high value, but true high value isn't about status or image, it's about character. Some traits simply cannot be faked. They show most when life gets hard or when no one's watching. As one expert says, a high-value man leads with integrity, not ego. He builds trust through consistency, not control. In short, being high value comes from who you are consistently, not from momentary flash. Let's explore 10 qualities that any man can develop, but none can pretend to have for long. 1. Integrity means honoring your word and values. You either keep your promises or you don't. There's no in-between. This trait can't be faked because people will eventually see if your actions don't match your words. A high-value man follows through even when it's inconvenient, earning others' trust. As one article notes, authenticity makes him reliable. Pretending is temporary. Integrity endures. In everyday life, integrity shows in the small moments, doing the right thing even when no one is there to applaud. Over time, that consistent honesty builds a solid reputation that shines on its own. 2. Dependability is the day-to-day proof of integrity. A high-value man is someone you can count on. If he says he'll do something or be somewhere, you can trust that he will. You can't fake reliability with a few grand gestures. It's earned through consistent support and showing up. In the long run, everyone around him notices that he never habitually lets others down. One description says it well. When he says he'll do something, he does. Dependability isn't a habit, it's his identity. Trust, for him, is earned quietly. Knowing someone is truly reliable creates a sense of safety that no amount of talk can imitate. 3. Consistency is more important than intensity. It's easy to show up once with a burst of effort, but a high-value man shows up every day in little ways. He understands that success and character are built on regular habits, not occasional heroics. As Bruce Lee famously said, long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. Through consistent hard work, kindness, and self-discipline, this man proves who he is. You can't fake consistency, because over time, your true patterns, good or bad, will reveal themselves. High-value men make consistency their superpower, turning small daily actions into major results. 4. When life gets tough or stressful, a high-value man keeps his composure. Anyone can appear calm in easy times, but you see true character in conflict or crisis. Rather than lashing out in anger or panic, he stays level-headed and thoughtful. Emotional control isn't silence, it's strategy. He knows that composure earns more power than aggression, one article observes. In practice, this means he pauses instead of impulsively reacting. His calm under pressure reassures those around him. This kind of emotional discipline can't be faked. If someone only pretends to be calm, sooner or later a storm will expose their temper or insecurity. A high-value man's steady nerves in tough moments show a deep inner strength. 5. High-value men own their actions and their consequences. When they mess up, they admit it and try to make it right. This accountability, no excuses, no blaming others, is a mark of true maturity. It's hard to fake because avoiding responsibility is a common reflex of pride. By contrast, a man of value is humble enough to say, "I was wrong," and learn from it. He might even have mentors or friends who keep him accountable because he isn't afraid of honest feedback. As therapist Maggie Martinez puts it, strength isn't in dominance, but in emotional discipline, accountability, and the courage to grow. In other words, owning your mistakes and improving from them is a real strength. Over time, this trait earns respect. People trust a man who consistently steps up and takes responsibility. 6. A high-value man is never complacent. He is committed to continual self-improvement, learning, adapting, and growing, no matter how successful or comfortable he becomes. Many people work hard, only until they achieve something. A high-value man keeps going. He keeps improving, learning, and expanding, even when comfortable. Evolution is his habit, not his phase, as one article explains. You can't fake a genuine love of growth. It shows in countless small choices, like using free time to develop skills or staying curious about the world. When no one is watching, he's still pushing himself. Over months and years, this constant growth becomes obvious in his character and accomplishments. Meanwhile, someone who only pretends to improve will stagnate and eventually be left behind. True high value means always striving to be better than you were yesterday. 7. Loyalty is revealed over time and through temptation. It's a quality you prove, not just proclaim. A high-value man stays loyal to his loved ones and principles even when it's difficult. He doesn't vanish when times get tough, and he doesn't betray trust for personal gain. Crucially, he's loyal behind closed doors as well as in public. It's part of his character, not for show. As one piece says, loyalty for him isn't situational, it's character. He's steady when no one's watching. His devotion is quiet, consistent, and complete. Such steady faithfulness cannot be faked, because any wavering will eventually come to light. Over years, people close to him learn that he will have their back and keep his commitments. That ironclad trust is something you can only earn through real loyalty. 8. A high-value man treats everyone with respect, not just those who can benefit him. This genuine respect comes from within and isn't an act he switches on for appearances. He does not look down on anyone. In fact, shows equal respect to everyone, regardless of status or differences. You can't fake true respect because if you secretly think some people are beneath you, it will slip out in your words or behavior eventually. But a man who truly respects others will be consistently courteous and fair, whether he's dealing with a CEO or a waiter. That consistency is what marks it as real. People feel dignified around him because he genuinely values them. In return, he earns respect. Ultimately, respect given is respect received, and it's something that must be sincere to last. 9. Being high value isn't all about commanding respect. It's also about giving understanding. A high-value man shows empathy. He listens when people talk, truly seeking to understand their perspective or feelings. Rather than acting like he always knows best, he makes others feel heard. And one hallmark of this trait is that he listens to understand, not to win. You can't fake empathy for long. You don't actually care. People will notice your attention drifting or your responses lacking warmth. Genuine empathy, on the other hand, builds strong connections. It shows in actions big and small, comforting a friend in pain, considering how decisions affect others, or simply paying attention in conversation. This quality makes others feel safe opening up to him. Over time, a man who consistently practices empathy earns trust and loyalty that superficial charm could never sustain. 10. Finally, a high-value man carries himself with confidence, but not the noisy, boastful kind. His confidence is quiet and authentic, born of self-respect and competence. He knows his worth without needing to shout about it. In fact, being a high-value man means knowing your worth without needing to prove it. Your presence uplifts, not overshadow, as one expert notes. Because he's secure in himself, he can be calm and gracious. He doesn't feel the need to dominate others or fish for compliments. This kind of confidence can't be faked. If someone is only pretending, it usually comes off as bragging, aggressiveness, or crumbles at the first sign of failure. True confidence allows a man to be the same honest self in every situation, rather than putting on masks. It gives him the courage to be humble, to laugh at himself, and to stand firm when challenged. People are naturally drawn to this authenticity. In contrast, false confidence eventually repels when people see through the act. High-value confidence is simply the natural radiance of a man who trusts himself, and it inspires others to trust him too. Conclusion. These 10 qualities define a high-value man, and the key is that you cannot just pretend to have them. You must earn them through effort and time. Life will inevitably test each of these traits. When that happens, any facade will fall, and only genuine character will stand. The good news is that each of us can develop integrity, consistency, emotional strength, and the rest through conscious effort. Focus on being consistent over being impressive, and on building real character over chasing image. If you do that, you won't need to proclaim your value to anyone. It will show itself in everything you do, day after day, when it really matters.